Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 12. Yes, that's a dozen whole episodes. No partials either. Well, a dozen episodes and one blooper reel. But yeah, episode 12 of... stopping myself from... Episode 12 of the Wrestling Rundown. I'm Skip, that's Zip, and this is Sunny, and we are the Body Donnas.
I know you want me? Is it a thing? Come on, Hawk.
Nope.
I know you want me. I can't.
Anyways, Raw happened
Yeah.
Let's review it.
Yeah. Let's
in a segment we call the Raw Review.
It's weird because we don't actually view it again, but it's called a review.
That is kind of weird.
The more you know.
So we kicked off with the highlight reel.
Yes, we did kick off with the highlight reel.
And man, was it a reel of highlights the whole time.
We knew this was happening from SmackDown. They announced because Jericho, or was it Raw that they announced it?
I think it was SmackDown.
Was it SmackDown?
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Well, because we knew that Jericho and Orton weren't there last week, and so we found out that Randy Orton was going to be the guest on the highlight reel. Jericho comes out and he's doing his normal Chris Jericho shtick, but then he starts laying into the Authority and Randy Orton, and he's about to introduce Randy Orton, being very Chris Jericho, and we get the entire Authority, except for Stephanie, come out, and they all matched. Kane was wearing a suit like everyone else. They looked like an upgraded version of Evolution.
Yeah.
No Batista yet.
A new evolution.
Batista evolved into Kane.
That's a good evolution.
Triple H.
And no one pressed B. Because that's how you stop Pokemon from...
Oh, okay. I didn't get that
Ric
reference.
Flair
Thank you,
evolved
Tom.
into
Thank you,
Triple
Tom.
H.
Yeah.
Nah.
And Triple H evolved into Randy Orton
He had,
somehow.
he had to cash in.
And Randy Orton evolved into Stephanie.
And somebody else wasn't in Evolution evolved into Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Alright. Stephanie wasn't there though, so
Yeah.
it wasn't in the segment.
Yeah, neither was Randy Orton because he evolved into Stephanie.
No, Triple H.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But no, we
We're
had
confusing ourselves.
we had really old school banter between Triple H and Jericho again.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was fun.
It's Violet, moron.
It was...
Nimrod. We call him Nimrod.
Whatever.
I liked how Triple H referred to him as the man who never grew up.
Yeah. Well, he's
That's fine.
eh.
He's a rock star.
Jericho probably just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, damn right I never grew up. I didn't want to. I wanted to be a Toys R Us kid.
But yeah, after the banter between the two, we had Triple H announcing that he was reconsidering the main event for Night of Champions. He's thinking, okay, the destruction of Cena isn't good for business. So maybe someone else needs that spot.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm not so convinced that Cena should be the champion anymore. Yeah, Triple H, no, you're totally behind that. We know.
Yeah.
We're not buying that.
So we had Rollins say, maybe he could do it. We had Orton say he could do it. We had Kane. We had Jericho. Everyone's throwing their name in the hat. Cena comes out and goes,
Fuck you guys.
So what the hell do you think you're doing? This is my spot. It's my rematch. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to sue you. Which, that
was weird.
He learned it from the Bellas.
Yeah.
Mickey.
He spends a lot of time with the Bellas, and they just had their whole shtick.
It's just bad.
And we also had Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Roman Reigns came out
Yeah.
and
Made
said...
he claimed his stake.
Well, that-
And
yeah, that-
Seth Rollins was like, oh, maybe you should let Cena challenge because if he can't get it done, there's always plan B. Seth, Brock Lesnar was plan C. You're going back a plan. Don't.
Yeah. You were pushed aside for the beast, bro.
Yeah.
So's Orton.
Yeah. Like,
What are you guys thinking? Has Kane ever faced Brock Lesnar?
Not that I know of.
Probably. I don't know.
Wait, no, he didn't. Because that was my whole big thing about wanting Kane to face Lesnar to
Yes,
Undertaker.
that's true.
So no,
All right,
according to me.
Night of Champions, we want Kane versus Brock Lesnar. make it happen.
Yeah, but none of this corporate Kane. We want Monster Demon Kane.
I'd be okay with Corporate Kane, honestly. I'm liking Corporate Kane more and more because he's able to be, like, he's still a monster, but he's able to be, like, cocky monster.
Yeah, but
I'm voting for Isaac Yankem versus Brock Lesnar.
I'm just saying, I think it would be better to
for the
get
European Championship.
Evil Monster Kane versus Brock Lesnar. Or Diesel Kane.
Fake Diesel versus Brock Lesnar in Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Fake Diesel with a real Diesel.
Little known
Story.
fact: Kane was actually the real Diesel, and Kevin Nash was the fake one.
They just faked it for a lot longer.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Roman Reigns came out because Randy said, you know, if he was here, I'd knock him down right where he stood. And he goes, okay, well here I am, knock me down. Yeah, that's what I
Randy's
thought.
like, I didn't mean now. I meant later.
You know, Roman throws his name in the hat for the championship. Triple
And they
H-
didn't even have a hat. What the hell?
It's the proverbial hat.
I
It's
know.
not really
They
there.
should have had a real hat.
And people just throw their names in it.
Yeah.
The ring is a hat.
Really?
Yeah.
Being awarded
Hornswoggle's hat.
Yeah. That's what? Wait, what?
That's why Hornswoggle went under the ring all the time. He was wearing his hat.
Yeah, it's a big ass hat.
Yeah.
Little dude. Yeah. So Triple H would make the 6-man tag match. We'd have Roman Reigns, John Cena, and Chris Jericho to take on Seth Rollins, Corporate Kane, and Randy Orton.
In the third 6-man tag main event in 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not realize that. That's a
Yeah.
lot of.
Cena show Henry versus Wyatt's. The one on SmackDown, the Reigns show Henry versus Wyatt's,
Oh shit.
and then this one.
Huh. Well, they're really throwing that 6-man tag match
you're
around.
getting really
You
formulaic.
trying to say
WWE.
something about King of Trios?
Ooh,
Oh.
I didn't even think about that.
Hey.
To get
WWE's trying
team
to...
authority in King of Trios. Sure, they could make room.
Probably. But we finish off with Roman Reigns punking out Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins dodges.
Someone tried to punk out Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
The baby faces were celebrating.
He went around to hit him with the briefcase, got caught with a Superman punch.
Yeah.
He rolled out, forgot his briefcase, and then got it chucked in his stomach.
To which I think Michael Cole said, right in the face.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I don't think Seth Rollins' face
Michael
is
Cole
down.
doesn't know anatomy, or wrestling moves, or
Or how to commentate,
wrestlers' names. Sometimes Michael Cole doesn't know a lot of things.
or how not to be a douchebag.
He does
There's
Learn your
one
shit.
Michael Cole does know a lot about the WWE app and how much you can get the WWE Network for.
You know, one of the things that Michael Cole knows a lot about is history. He knows about vintage everything.
Yeah, that's true too.
He also knows how to shut his mouth when JBL speaks. Up next, we had Cesaro and The Miz versus Ziggler and Sheamus, stemming from what happened in the main event.
Almost what you called.
Yes. Yeah. The only thing I thought was going to happen was we were going to get Mizdow and Miz, but I didn't even register to me that they would bring in the number one contender to
Yeah.
who's facing Sheamus and Night of Champions.
Yeah,
They
they're
have Cesaro.
really intertwining the U.S. and Intercontinental title matches.
They're gonna combine them.
Maybe.
It's a thing that could definitely happen, but what I like is how they're doing it,
Yeah, it's not.
and it doesn't feel forced.
Yeah,
Right.
it feels organic. Like
Right,
it,
well-
it could legit.
It's being done in a way, I think, where they're trying to say the U.S. title is as important as the Intercontinental title. Look, everyone's involved in the same thing.
Yeah.
Just cut the
Uh,
whole
The,
thing.
the great thing about this is
This whole
that
segment.
it allows people to get. This is one of the biggest gripes we have is that you're not allowing people to get over because they both have to look strong going into
Right.
pay per view. No, they don't, because we had Cesaro and
I-
The Miz lose or win this match
it
over
was
the
a
champions.
really good ending.
I loved the addition of the whole
Yeah,
Damian Mizdow
because Miz
thing.
would try to tag in his stunt double,
Yeah,
and the referee was like, no. Or he would get hit with the brogue kick. Brogue kick.
Oh,
Mizdow
yeah.
got-
Zigzag.
and then
no.
Mizdow got hit with the brogue kick, and then...
No. Miz got out of the ring
Right.
and
Tagged in Mizdow.
Tried to.
tried to tag him
Right.
Mizdow.
Who would come in, get brogue kicked, and then the referee
No,
would
I
say, no,
No,
He's not in the match.
he didn't get bro kicked. He got zigzagged.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Ziggler hit the zigzag, back rolled into the skull crushing finale.
Okay. Either way, he got hit with a finisher.
Yeah.
I thought it was the brogue kick, but whatever. It just, looking back in my head, the brogue kick looked easier to set up into the skull crushing finale, so that might be why I played it up.
Yeah, it was so fluid because when
Yeah.
Ziggler hits that zigzag, he back rolls. As soon as he stands up, Miz is
Anyway,
right there, puts him skull crushing finale. Awesome finish, great use of the new addition to the Miz's gimmick.
Yeah.
Great use of Sandow. Sandow has taken this role, which he's obviously playing second fiddle to the Miz, but he is making it his own, and he's super creative with
Sandow
it. It's great.
is-
I love it.
What Sandow's really good at, and why the intellectual savior with the masses worked, was because he's so good at just immersing himself in his character.
Yes, all the different impersonations he's
Yeah,
done have
and-
all been so good.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what his character is, he will give it 110%.
Yeah, and he's proving that. We're gonna go through two things very quickly because none of us liked the growing up Bella segments. Stupid.
I like Nikki Bella's outfit.
Yeah, dress was nice, but and then the six diva tag match. What?
Yeah, that was...
Why did you show? Okay, I'm gonna go on a small tangent. Why were you pushing Total Divas, but the only person that did anything in the fucking match was the person who's not on Total Divas? Layla ran the whole goddamn match. She's the only non-cast member.
I honestly, even though we were live tweeting during Raw, but I honestly didn't even... I missed this match because I just kind of wasn't looking.
I was excited because I was like, hey, there's a couple divas that don't usually get, TV time, especially with the Bellas and the Divas.
No, it's
title
not even
storyline.
that I was intentionally not looking. It's that I was looking away at something. I don't remember what.
Yeah.
And it was really short.
Yeah.
And so I looked back and it was over. It was like, oh.
And then
totally
with
good
Dom
match.
Pyle on Layla.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, we had White Chocolate taking on the Wyatts.
And the Wyatts lost again.
Yes.
That's the no.
Yeah,
That's the point.
yeah. Wyatts lost by disqualification.
Yeah, fuck disqualifications. Fuck you, I hate you. Go away.
This is one that makes sense.
I don't care. Leave.
This is
You, leave.
No.
You,
No.
do it.
No.
Fine. I'll leave.
Now.
It's okay, I chopped him.
No, I'm leaving.
Alright. This is a rematch that makes, or not a rematch. This was a disqualification that made sense because during the match you had Rusev come out and start watching the match, and we know that there's the issues between him and Mark Henry.
Was this the one they were talking up the whole 1,400 pounds?
Okay, I'm back.
They do?
Yeah. Why are you
Like third time around, these guys have wrestled, and now
this
they're
is
hyping the
like,
match up.
oh, they just now realized, even though their weight gets announced every time the match happens, that oh my god, it's over 1,400 pounds.
They've been trying to do the math the whole time.
It's just
They just now.
the numbers are
figured it out.
too big. We've been crunching numbers for weeks and almost 2,000 pounds of humanity.
Which is like, that's actually a lot. Now
Yeah.
that I look at it that way.
I think that was just their way of trying to make the third
Yeah.
time that these two teams have gone in against each other important. But
Trying to
yeah,
make it fresh.
we had the disqualification come. Mark Henry's walking around with Harper, about to give him the world's strongest slam. Rusev, who'd been watching, gets in.
Kicks him in the face!
Super kicks him. So now we're really pushing the Mark Henry Rusev thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it happened later or not, but let's just tack it in. I don't remember when it happened, how much later, but let's just tack it in that backstage, Big Show and Henry would be talking, and Henry would say, I got to deal with Rusev on my own.
Yeah, Big Show said, I'll be in your corner, man. I'll be there to support you. He goes, no, I got to do this on my own. So now I'm guessing probably starting this Monday,
Yeah.
we'll really be getting the Mark Henry stepping out on his own.
Right. That and what I'm assuming will be Big Show trying to, or the Wyatt family, after they're done with Jericho, trying to target Big Show alone in, like, we haven't been able to beat you two together, but now we're going to just annihilate you because you're alone.
Yeah.
Which I think could be a really good redemption for the Wyatt family, and I hope
Yeah,
that's where
I'm
this is going.
hoping there's a resurgence for the Wyatt family because this is starting to get sad.
Yeah.
Up next, we had Heyman talking about John Cena trying to convince himself that he's ready to face Brock Lesnar again. That he's putting all this false bravado out there, so people are like, oh yeah, okay, John Cena's got a chance, when he's not trying to convince anybody else but himself.
Right.
And
I would need to convince myself.
I would do everything I could to convince myself that facing Brock Lesnar is a bad idea. Oh wait, facing Brock Lesnar is a bad idea. Fuck the rematch.
Yeah.
I'll wait till somebody else takes the title off.
It's
Cena, stop. You could save your life.
Cena, after he loses to Brock Lesnar, he should. The
Commit
storyline should.
suicide.
The storyline should go where Cena's trying to convince Seth to cash it in, so Cena can beat Seth for it.
That'd be funny.
My favorite part of that storyline is when Seth Rollins does successfully cash in Money in the Bank on Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
If that happens at Night of Champions, I will lose my shit. There are rumors that they're throwing around the idea of him cashing in at Night of Champions.
Better not lose. Because if you do that, I will be mad.
The week after Night of Champions, we get Angry Thomas Wolfe again.
His face.
And then we'll get the next top 5 reasons why Seth Rollins should have ended the streak.
There you go.
And then
next-
we'll just list Seth Rollins' moves. Those will be the reasons.
all of them. Up next, we had the return of Zeb Coulter with Jack Swagger coming out to face Curtis Axel. Really solid match between the two.
Yeah.
This was probably one of my favorite matches of the night because Axel's trying to do his whole singles run again now that Ryback's out with apparently a pulled groin, something along those lines. But
Groins are sensitive.
I really want to make a masturbation joke.
let's not. Yeah.
Beat me more.
Great, oh God, great match. Jack Swagger gets the win.
He got hurt by pulling his groin.
This
Come
is-
on, it's right there.
This is the first win that Jack Swagger's gotten since SummerSlam, so it's good to see Jack Swagger get back up on a winning streak
Since
again.
before.
But Bo Dallas would be up on the stage, and he would introduce 3 of the Americans that
3 out of
that Jack Swagger let
318.
down at SummerSlam.
This
There's
was a-
318 million of them, and he picked these 3 specifically.
Yes.
This was a great segment, but I love how the first guy, like, what was Bo talking about exactly?
Okay, so the
How he,
the first guy was a farmer who bet his earnings that he would win at
he bet that he'd win at SummerSlam and then on SmackDown, right?
yeah
Because
he bet double or nothing that he would win the submission match, and he ended up
Yeah,
losing.
and
again.
here's the
He
thing
had
about
to
that, like
lose his farm.
he brought
Yeah,
Bo
but
brought,
the state is taking his farm
Yeah.
away.
so Bo brings him out because Swagger, you let this guy down, and like he's on stage with Bo Dallas, but Bo, you fucking cost Swagger that match. Why is this guy not mad at you?
No, it was the Phantom title. It wasn't Bo Dallas.
And then who tripped him?
Ghost of Seb Coulter.
Wait, Rusev came crashing down. I don't know why I'm defending Bo Dallas.
I don't know. You're the one who doesn't.
I know. I'm the non-believer.
I just think it's funny that Bo's like, oh, you lost this match because I cost you, and now this guy lost everything.
Yeah. The second guy, his name was Angelo. He came over from Italy. He was so excited. He was about to pass his citizenship test, and then he was so distraught that Jack Swagger lost at SummerSlam that he failed, and now he's being deported back to Italy. And it's
The guy was a hell of a tailor too.
what?
Hell of a tailor.
Was it? I don't remember that part.
No, I mean that suit he was wearing on the show he made himself.
Oh, wow.
Little known fact.
Good job, bro. Have
Also,
fun, have
another
fun in
thing
Italy.
is that there was like a lot of pressure on those 3 guys because each of them were representing like 106 million people each.
Yeah. Well, the third one was a woman, and I don't remember what her story was.
Oh.
But she was disappointed too.
I mean, it's not in your notes.
Because
Here on the Wrestling Rundown, we forget about women.
I like you, Thomas.
So up next we had Adam Rose versus Titus O'Neil. As soon as I saw this
This
match,
had the best spot of the night.
as soon as I saw this, I was like, this is probably gonna be Kevin Hawk's favorite match of the night. And he's watching, going, I don't know why am I gonna like this? I don't like this. And then as soon as he's like, oh, it's funny again. The bunny getting
Well, the
like-
first thing that did it was like Adam Rose was like had his pop moment at the beginning of the match, and then Titus O'Neil took over, and when he hit his like thing where he does the double backbreaker, Heath Slater starts his little yappy dog thing, and I could not hold back. My anger subsided.
Slater, you successfully won over the Wrestling Rundown hosts.
Yes. If
I-
you'd like
You
to
pointed
be-
at us when you came
yeah,
here.
You pointed at us here in Portland. We appreciate you.
I have officially dubbed you Portland's favorite
We're
wrestler.
pointing at you now.
Yeah.
He's over there somewhere. Right there.
Wherever you are, we're pointing at you. See, I was assuming he was watching this. That's why I pointed.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that Heath Slater watches our show because he really likes us because we cheered him.
Yeah. We should have worn wrestling rundown shirts.
Should have.
But we had
We
Adam.
should make wrestling
Wait,
rundown shirts.
Should. If you want to see a wrestling rundown shirt, post in the comments. And
Someone just post anything in the comments.
yeah, somebody comment, please.
Aye.
Hi. Just
Someone commented. It was me.
we had Adam Rose win over Titus O'Neil when the bunny would start to he was like distracting Heath Slater.
Yeah.
He kept like jumping up and down and then tapping on the stairs, and Slater's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And Slater ends up like punching the bunny,
Yep.
and then the bunny like double leg takedowns Slater and just starts beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil get distracted, and he turn into the party foul. We get a win by Adam Rose.
Furthering our theory that the bunny is Zack Ryder. And
Bros buds.
needs to team with Adam Rose.
Bros buds. It's gonna happen. Speaking of bros buds, we had Rusev versus Ryder.
Who was exhausted. The only reason why Zack Ryder lost is he was exhausted from beating up Heath Slater.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot. I mean, but yeah, we had Rusev win. Him and Lana start talking. Then Henry comes out and reveals that he's opened an international wing in the Hall of Pain. And
Rusev going to be the first inductee.
Yeah. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah. Wait, if you did Tugboat and Zack Ryder as a team, would they be boats and bros?
It'd be the Tug Bros.
That sounds so
That-
dirty.
That's a porno.
I know.
That's a porno.
I know it sounds good.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say. I know that's a porno.
That too. I know because he just told me.
Moving on, we're gonna have we had the culmination of the whole growing up Bella blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Nikki gets a Divas
There
title
was
shot.
one. Can I just skip ahead to the
Yeah, I was gonna go through it all. Okay, Nikki gets awarded a title shot from Stephanie. Brie comes out and says, "Is that what this is all about? You getting a title match? Blah blah blah. They're fighting."
AJ come out first?
Nope. Nope. Then AJ comes out and says,
That's the only thing I really remember.
Oh.
Well, and the thing I was going to say.
Yeah. Then AJ comes out and says, Stephanie, I don't know if you and your little husband understand the idea behind number one contenders, but that means there's one contender, and since I haven't gotten a rematch, that makes the number one contender me. And so then she starts bantering with Stephanie, and then Paige comes out and she goes, well, this is all about the Divas title. Well, here's the Bloody Divas champion. And then we have them start arguing, and then
Which I was really confused because she wasn't bloody at all.
She was on her period.
Whoa! TMI. We're gonna move on.
Hold on.
This is how excited I was during this segment.
There's one thing that was hilarious to me during this, though. Because Nikki's like, Brie, if you want to prove it's not all about you, you should just quit. You need to quit right now. So she's like yelling at her and berating her in the most annoying way possible. Just quit! Leave! Quit! And then Brie turns around and starts walking away. And then she's like, oh my god, you're such a quitter!
Reverse psychology, bro.
It's like,
Different rules, son.
but it's like, you're really like, you're getting on her for being a quitter now.
Yeah.
I can't believe you would quit after I just yelled in your face for 5 minutes about how you should quit.
But then that would piss Brie off. Brie would come out, attack Nikki. Nikki would run into Paige. They'd both go down. AJ's just kind of standing there with Stephanie. Like,
Paige saved the Divas title from falling out of the
yes,
ring.
Yeah.
great save, Paige. AJ would actually pick up the title, start skipping around. Stephanie would go, "Give me the Divas title, AJ." She'd smile, hand it over.
I'm sad that she didn't just hit Stephanie with it.
I was really hoping she would have. Like,
Here's my prediction that's coming out of this entire segment. AJ versus Stephanie at WrestleMania.
That's what I hope.
oh, please do it. Please.
Okay.
AJ versus the Boss Lady.
What
Mania.
happened next? Did Raw redeem itself? Let's find out.
We get the announcement that next week on Raw we get Jericho Wyatt 3 inside of a steel cage.
I'm looking forward to this match. I think Wyatt's going to sister Abigail Jericho's face into every side of the cage.
Ow.
Rude.
We also get the announcement that we get the SummerSlam rematch between Reigns and Orton next week on Raw, which I'm interested to see because I want to know if this is actually going to like determine where Roman Reigns and Randy Orton go.
Yeah.
So
like,
tune in next week for the rematch review.
Yep.
Hashtag Raw is rematches.
Raw. SummerSlam 2.
Hashtag rematch war.
And then in a quick note, they gave the open mic to Michael Sam, who was released by
Oh,
the
yeah.
St. Louis Rams. He's the openly gay football player, which I
Yeah.
thought, if this happens, this could be an interesting way to bring Darren Young back.
Yeah. I've heard that he's not acknowledged or made any.
Yeah, he did. He got picked up by, I want to say, the Cardinals,
Yeah.
and so he's on a different team now. But I don't know.
There's a lot.
It's still up in the air.
But there's a lot going around that it looks like he's not going to accept. Which is weird to me, because I would think they wouldn't make the announcement like this on TV unless they had it already confirmed.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And then we finished off the night with the six-man tag, where we had Reigns, Jericho, and Cena go over on the Authority.
Yeah.
Really solid match.
I'm kind of... The story about the match was that Cena wanted to get tagged in.
Yeah.
I wish he had
Frustrated Cena was funny, though.
He was. No, I have no problem with that. I just wish he had not gotten tagged in the whole time, building his frustration further.
I think we were kind of hoping the same thing on SmackDown, which we'll get to in SmackDown Rundown. But yeah, like, he's so gung-ho about getting in the match, and I feel like he has, like, this anxiety in tag team matches where he can't stand fucking still.
Yeah.
He's got to run around the ring. He's got, like, Ultimate Warrior syndrome when he's not getting tagged in. He's got to run around the ring and get people all hyped up and jump up and down. And he's got to do all kinds of stuff to keep himself
Yeah.
in
Some apron.
Yeah.
When the Ultimate Warrior died, his spirit actually went into John Cena and takes over during tag team matches.
But only while he's on the outside.
Yeah.
Part of me actually believes that. But
That's true, look it up.
Yeah.
I'm
But that's
sure
it for the
it
Raw
says-
review this week.
Wikipedia. Fact.
I'm sure we'll say it on Wikipedia later tonight. But I do want to make, just my final feelings of Raw.
P.S.
Thomas's final feeling.
A lot of people hated Raw.
Yes. I've been seeing a lot of comments about how Raw sucked.
And Raw, I agree, there was terrible segments. Bella's, that whole thing, being shoved down our throats, I didn't like that. Which is weird, because normally I would love a Bella being shoved down my throat. My girlfriend doesn't watch this show, so I can say it.
I'm just trying to figure out how the anatomy of the Bellas works. What part of them being shoved down your throat, Thomas?
How graphic can I get on this show?
Let's not get too hentai with this.
Okay, I'll just say... I will just say
That's
tits.
no hentai!
That's all I'll say.
What?
Tits.
Alright. That's a... Yeah, I don't even think you...
No, not the whole thing, but...
Okay, let's move on, because this is weird.
The point I want to make is that a lot of people hate it because there was a lot of bad on Raw. And there was a lot of bad on Raw. But I don't think it was quite that terrible.
No, I definitely think
I
it was...
give this Raw a C-.
I definitely think it was a step up from last week's Raw,
Yeah.
because I was extremely bored with last week's Raw.
I feel like we've had a couple weeks of like really annoying, disappointing things happening.
Right.
The SummerSlam match with Cena, how last week's Raw was really boring, and I feel like this week people were just fishing for something to complain about.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And in fairness, they had a lot to complain about with the Bella stuff
Yeah.
being so prominent.
Yeah, because they did so many of those segments,
But
which is why we're.
I think
didn't
people
talk
are
about it.
only focused on those and not taking away the good from Raw.
Yeah, which there was a lot of really good build for certain characters.
Yeah, like the bunny.
The bunny.
Bunny had his first like physical in-match interaction.
Yeah, we had great build for Mizdow. It's that's the thing about wrestling is that you're not gonna like the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's-
I know.
Oh,
I saw somebody say this on Facebook,
Which is over there.
and I agree completely. That it almost feels like, with the way the stories are going on Raw versus SmackDown, that Raw is almost starting to get the B-show feeling
Yeah.
to
Uh,
SmackDown.
it's very similar.
Which,
to
by the
when-
way, it's been confirmed that SmackDown is staying on Friday nights.
Yeah, I read that.
that's not what I read.
That's what I
I
read.
read that October 2nd will be the first Thursday night SmackDown.
Well, I read that you're wrong.
Yeah, I just read, like, while I was waiting for my laundry to dry.
I read it last night.
Yeah, I read last night that Raw was.
I read last night that you're an idiot and you're wrong.
Well, you're an asshole. Well, in less than a month, we'll find out if SmackDown changes to Thursday nights or not. But yeah, Raw was okay this week. I'm definitely hoping that the closer we get to the pay-per-view, the more interesting things start to happen.
Yeah.
Um,
Will continue getting Cena. A lot of people don't like what they're doing with Cena right now because a lot of people hate Cena. You two included.
I don't know. I
No, I know you don't,
I don't
but-
like what they're doing with him because it's not believable.
But anyway, people are hating what they're doing with Cena. And that's another big complaint. We're still going to get that until Night of Champions. That's not
Absolutely.
going anywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
Live with
Suck it up.
As Batista would say, deal with it.
But once again, that's it for the Raw review this week. We've got the SmackDown rundown and the midweek wrap up coming up. Click the annotations up here. We've also got coming up next. We've got Kevin Hawk's Indie Question of the Week,
Excited.
along with some King of Trios news for this week.
Excited.
And it's Fantasy Warfare Week.
I'm
where
really
these
excited.
two get to pick the wrestlers. I get to pick the stipulation. We'll see you at the Indie News